So guys, in this part we want to use some objects, so some objects from our inventory and use them in our object in our scene and make some actions. So for example, I want to use the sword and use it in our rope, the cannon here, and make this rope to be tore apart. So for doing that, first I'm going to rename this one cannon with rope. Now I'm going to duplicate it. Let's bring it under this one, and I'm going to rename this one cannon without rope. So now I'm going to change that to another sprite. As you see here, we have one without, one with rope. This one with rope, this one without rope. So I'm going to, inside of our cannon sprite, change it to the one without rope, no rope. So we are going to disable and enable another one. So now we can, with the rope, we can disable it because we need some adjustment. Here I have a rope. I want to bring the rope there, make it to maybe 3, big at 2 or 2. Like that, and this one also to be there. So something like that. And if that means we have a rope, we don't have that. So we need to activate and deactivate one. So here with rope, and that's cannon sprite without rope. So I need to bring these two also under our without rope. There. So when we are going to disable them, enable them. So disable, enable. As you see, we are going to tore apart our rope. So now let's attach our clickable object to it. The name of that it will be cannon. Activate distance to be 3. For mouse is that cross. So let's do the same for the other one. Cannon sprite. Here again, the mouse icon will be cross, 3, and cannon. Now let's go inside of the flowchart of our objects. So click on flowchart and click on this flowchart. Now let's click on one of the items that we create. For example, this one, we can again duplicate it. We name it clickable Canon with rope. Here object click, and the clickable object is our Canon with rope. We need to use the second one, so Canon Sprite. And here we can say, hey, I think I can, if you want, we can say something, and we can use two things here. First, I'm going to use the if function. So let's use the flow if. I'm going to bring it up. Now we need to say if our variable is equal to, so verb, and the name of that is our walk, and we are going to compare it. If it's our verb is walk, then say, hey, it's dangerous. So we can say, hey, I need first to find something to cut the rope. After, so we say, okay, if we have that walkthrough, we can say, okay, so I need first to find something to cut it this rope. Then also we need to call a stop. So exit block. But now if our verb is used, that means we are already walked to them. Now we pick an item from the inventory and this verb is used, then we want to use that item is possible to that object. So for that we need also another one. Here we need to else. We can use the else or else if. So I'm going to use the else if at this part. Here again, if our verb is used, then we want to check if we are using the current item is our sort. So here another if. Here, as you see, we cannot see the current. So to see the current, I think it was at item. I think it was at here, item flowchart. Here we have a current item. Instead of private, we need to make it public so we can see it in other flowchart. Now let's click on the Canon with rope. Here, if, as you see now, here we have item flowchart. We are going to item flowchart. If we have the current item, and that item is, so the name of that is, I think we name it cutlass. I think the name of that sword, I think, is cutlass. So let's go inside and see if I can to put the correct name, or I didn't make it. So no, that was cutlass. So here the name of that is cutlass. So I need big C. So if it's cutlass, then we want it first remove that cutlass. We can make duplicate it, or I'm going to duplicate this say again and bring it down. Here say, hey, I could cut it. Now let's see how we can see what we can do it. But before that, we need also to disable that set active. We want to activate our Canon without rope. So I put it there. We want to activate it, and then duplicate this one. We want to disable the Canon with rope. So that means we are going Canon without rope will be true, Canon with rope will be false. Then because we use the if, we need always to use the end for that. And also we can use the else. If our combination is false, then we can make another say it should be there. I'm going to duplicate this one, bring it down. If our combination doesn't work, no, that was not a current item. So then we need to end again, use this end again to bring it down, and after that we need to exit the block. So now the only thing that we need to do that it's work here, we need to bring that also end is under that else. So this end is for this if, and this end is for this if. So every if need to have a one end. And then after that, we are going to exit the block. So now here I'm going to activate the item on our cutlass and also the hook to see the result. So let's open our inventory. I'm going to use the wrong one, or let's do something. First, let's walk toward our Canon. Hey, I need first to find something to cut the rope. Then I'm going to use the hook. No, that was not a current item. Now I'm going to use the cutlass. Hey, I could cut it. Now let's see what we can do it. So now we can move again. and find a way to so we need to interact with that canon as well, because now we don't interact with that canon. So here we need to make another clickable canon with rope. I'm going to duplicate it, then change it to canon with clickable canon, no rope. Now here, so we here the object, it should be the canon sprite, this one. Here I'm going also canon no rope sprite, so then we are not going to make a mistake with the name of them, canon no rope sprite. And now here you can also write the new puzzles. So what you want, if it's walkthrough, hey, I need first, hey, now I need something that I can fire with it. Below, if its verb is used, and current item, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's fire or it's pistol. You can use the pistol if it's pistol. Then we need to remove the pistol from our inventory. So if our current item is pistol, remove the pistol from the inventory. And here we don't need these two set active. We can remove them. Actually, hey, I could fire with I could fire with it, and if it's wrong, no, that was not a current item, and here we can so move the new scene or activate this door. And for better result, also want to go to canon with rope. I'm going to bring that to doing this two under our say. And that should work better, and we will not get that error that we got before. It's the null reference. Because of that, we remove it before we are going to say it. We remove this this object before we are going to call to end our conversation. So to that not happen, it's better to first we say our say and then deactivate our object. And also for the other one, we can do the same. If we need to change the pistol, say, else, and exit. And if it's true here, we can also make again, so set active to make the door activated, to activate the door, and then we can go to outside and to the new scene. So guys, that was all for this part. Later we are going to make our conversation a little bit more better, and also we can put some sound for them to look more alive. So see you guys now in the next video.